Says celebrities and SARS in South Africa do not have the best of relationships, with some owing the tax man millions. In most cases, they don't always plan to cheat SARS, they are not exposed to the business side of the entertainment business, and always fail to manage their finances. In this video, we have a look at 6 celebrities who owed SARS money. At number 1, we have Makhize.
So once the dummy account is finalized, then they will know how much you're owing them, but it's far much less than 204 million.
It's not the first time that Makhize has been at loggerheads with SARS. In 2013, the Assets Forfeiture Unit seized her assets after a dispute with the Revenue Service.
South African businesswoman and television personality Makhize made headlines for a fallout with the South African Revenue Services after news broke that they demanded 204 million rands from a company Zikhulise Cleaning, Maintenance and Transport. Reports stated that the Pretoria High Court issued a liquidation order against the company and apparently shut it down. The court battle between Makhize and SARS started in 2016, with the taxman at the time demanding 141 million rands in unpaid taxes. It had even seized Makhize's assets, including her La Lucia mansion and luxury vehicles. However, Makhize secured an agreement with the taxman and reclaimed her assets. In an interview, Makhize said that SARS had applied for liquidation in 2016, but the ruling had not been given. After that, she went on to the tax court with SARS, the matter was appealed, and they reached a settlement. At the time, she accused SARS of being biased and said it had acted in bad faith after it rejected her request for deferred payment. Clarifying a few misunderstandings, Sean said that she did indeed owe SARS, but it was not the huge amount of 204 million rands. She also said that SARS also owed her money. At number 2, we have Black Coffee. In 2020, it was revealed that Black Coffee was slapped with a 40 million rand tax penalty by SARS. Legal papers were submitted by Black Coffee to the Johannesburg High Court, in which he said that he had reached an agreement with SARS and negotiated to pay less 8 million rands to avoid selling off his properties to get the debts paid. In the documents, the DJ stated that it was difficult to estimate an expected monthly income due to the ever-changing nature of his career. The document read, "Considering the nature of his business, it is impossible to predict or state his average monthly income due to the fact that it fluctuates substantially as a result of not only market forces, but also the seasonality of the industry." In 2017, Forbes magazine listed Black Coffee amongst Africa's richest and most bankable artists. Despite numerous reports, however, there is no official consensus on his actual net worth. It has been estimated to be in the multi-million dollar range. At number 3, we have AKA. AKA recently celebrated being on the right side of the tax body after settling his hefty bill in full. The rapper paid a whopping 5 million rands to SARS in a screenshot he posted on his social media account. In the picture of the statement of account, AKA was billed for money he incurred during the period of February 2017 till February 22. The 5 million rand figure included the assessment as well as an interest incurred during this time. Back in 2017, AKA's lawyer, Babaloyi, told papers that the rapper's previous management was responsible for the money owing to the SARS and that it had accumulated over the years. He said, "Benza created this as his manager. It was his responsibility to advise AKA about all financial and tax issues as part of his management duties in accordance with a management agreement." Benza slammed the claims and said it was the responsibility of an artist to pay tax on their personal income. He said, "I advised Kenan regularly to pay SARS and he told me he was paying." At number 4, we have Bonang Mateba. In 2018, the tax case against Bonang was struck off the roll at the Johannesburg Specialized Commercial Crimes Court after she paid an admission of guilt fine of 30,000 rands. Bonang had been charged for not paying personal tax from 2008 till 2017 and company tax from 2014 till 2017. The state prosecutor informed the court that Bonang had paid an admission of guilt fine and therefore they were requesting that the matter be removed from the court. The request was granted by the judge. The charge sheet stated that Bonang paid the amount of 30,000 rands at the court as part of her admission of guilt. 22,000 rands was paid for personal taxes not filed and 8,000 rand for company taxes enlisted under Bonang Mateba Entertainment Pty Ltd. At number 5, we have Unathi. In 2019, the taxman obtained a court judgment to attach musician Unathi multi-million rand home for allegedly singing out of tune in the tax matters. According to the judgment obtained at the High Court in Joburg, Ngai owed the SA Revenue Services over 120,000 rands in income tax. The debt accumulated to 219,000 rands after SARS imposed 94,000 rands in administrative penalties. Unathi, who according to the papers generated between 200,000 and over 1 million rands in revenue between 2006 and 2016, said that she was not aware of the judgment against her. She said her accountant Byron Ahmed had entered into an agreement with the SARS on her behalf to settle the bill. She said, "My accountant entered into an agreement with them, so please speak to them and he will refer you to my accountant executive at SARS who is handling this account." Ahmed said he too was not aware of the judgment but confirmed Ngai had entered into an agreement with the taxman to pay a debt monthly. He said she entered into an agreement to pay the bill on a monthly basis and she is adherent to that agreement. At number 6, we have Cassper Invest. In 2019, it was revealed that SARS filed court papers against Casper's company, Family Tree Media, for allegedly failing to settle a whopping 3.6 million bill for unpaid income tax. According to the documents seen, Casper's company owed SARS 3,076,140 rands in income tax, but the debt ballooned to 3,690,000 rands after they added penalties and interest as well as another amount allegedly owed for pay-as-you-earn tax. It was reported that the Southern African Music Rights Organization had applied for an order to liquidate Casper's record label as well. This after Cassper allegedly failed to pay them nearly 500,000 rands in royalties for his show Fill Up the Dome with Cassper Nyovest because he was reportedly broke. Cassper appeared on Somizi's cooking show, Dinner at Somizi, and opened up about how it felt when he faced having his cars repossessed and his house auctioned. He told Somizi his biggest worry was making headlines and getting scrutinized by the court of public opinion. He said, "All I kept thinking was, yo, Cassper Nyovest on the front page and seeing my Bentley being towed away." Alright, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below and hit the notification